Hello, little learners. Welcome back to our learning space. My name is Miss Laura. Can you tell me your name? Oh, I'm so excited that you made it back today to our classroom for another fun day of reading and playing and learning. We have so much to do today again. Remember yesterday we got to smash some eggs? We have more fun in store in our project place today. So let's get started with a song. Are you ready, Miss Maria? Okay, here we go. Good morning, it's a sunshine kind of day. Come join Miss Laura for some learning and some play. Will we sing a song? Of course we will. Make our brains strong, like super strong. So come along. Yes, come on, friends, for some learning and some play. Hey, let me put you down, Miss Maria. Of course, we're going to go over everything we have planned for you today. So we're going to get to our letter, and I think it's from our friend Humpty Dumpty again. Remember, we've been learning about what happened to him after he fell off the wall. And then we're going to move on to practice a skill that's going to help you learn to read, because I love reading books to you, but I can't wait until you read books to me. And we're going to focus on reading and learning about ourselves with our word of the week, which is perseverance. Do you remember what that means? That means that even when things get hard, you keep going until you're done and you reach your goal. At our project place today, we're going to do a little science fun. We're going to experiment and see what materials will make Humpty Dumpty crack. Does that sound like a good plan to you? Ooh, it does to me. So let's get started with our letter. I think I hear our doorbell. There it is. So here's our letter for today. Now, do you remember we start reading on the left and then we slide to the right? That's very important. So practice. When you pick up a book, take your pointer finger and practice left to right. So I have a little song to help you remember. This is the left. This is the right. When we read, we slide from the left, we go to the right. Let's see what our letter says today. It says, "Dear Miss Laura, it was an accident. Now people remember me as the egg that fell off the wall." Ooh, I think I know who wrote that letter. Do you remember we watched a video story about him yesterday? I did more than fall. I got back up again. That's right. He did get back up again, and he wants to be remembered for perseverance and getting back up again. Love, Humpty. Oh, I love Humpty. Now, before we read our book that Miss Maria left, there's another friend who's having a little trouble. You sent in her story. You remember Sonia the snail? Well, she got involved in a race and she was ready to give up. I hope Sonia doesn't. So let's watch the story of Sonia the snail and the race. Exploring Feelings with Sonia the snail. Sonia Snail decided to run in a race. Ready, set, go, Sonia, go! She was off to a good start, but soon everyone left her behind. She started to question whether she could finish the race. The finish line seemed so far away. I can't make it, Sonia thought. I might as well give up. What do you think Sonia should do? Just when Sonia thought she would give up for good, she remembered what her aunt said about perseverance. You only truly lose when you give up. She decided that she may not be the fastest or the strongest, but she was going to believe in herself and keep going. struggled. She even stopped along the way, but she kept moving, little by little. Soon she could see the finish line, and she finally finished the race. Sonia was so proud of herself for not giving up.
When you wanna do something that's new and it seems really, really hard to do, you feel like quitting, you feel you're through. Well, I have some advice for you. Don't give up, keep on trying, you're gonna make it. I ain't lying, don't give up.
Oh, I'm so excited for Sonia. Did you see? She was in a race and snails are slow and everyone was passing her up. But did she quit? No, she remembered that you only really lose when you quit, right? You have to keep going, keep practicing, keep your yet right on top of you. And remember, you're going to get there. And I think I have our story after the fall that Miss Maria delivered. So let's read that together. After the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. Let's read. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being so close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. But it was just an accident. It changed my whole life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. So who ended up putting him back together again? All the king's men, huh? Let's see. After that day, though, I became afraid of heights. That's really tall places. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. So there's Humpty all healed, going to the grocery store, and all the fun cereal is right up top. But does he go up there? Too scared. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. You can see it really small here. It's a paper plane. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. Have you ever tried to make a paper plane? It's not easy. But day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. Look at his fancy paper plane. Looks like a bird. My plane was perfect. It flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Now, do you remember what happened to Humpty's plane in our video story? Where did it get stuck? Let's see. Look at his expression. Oh, he's really scared. They always do. There's the plane, flying high by the wall. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher it got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. Ooh, terrified is a fancy word for scared. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time until I was no longer afraid. There he is. He showed persistence, didn't he? Perseverance. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who is famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Now this is where our video story ends, but there's another special surprise in the book. Now I want you to look at the clues in the picture. There's Humpty, and he's cracking open, and there's something coming out of him that's soft. He has his hands extended like this. What extends its hands like this when it's in the air? It might have, I wonder if those are feathers. Let's see. Humpty is going to become a bird. Look at those wings. And he's going to learn how to fly. There he is, flying through the air. The end. So that was the special surprise in the story. In the end of this book, Humpty Dumpty becomes a bird and flies away. I bet he's no longer afraid of heights, huh? All right. So I hope that you enjoyed that story. Remember, go to your local library. Read, read, read all day long. Books open up a whole new world and open up a special place in your imagination that you can only go when you read a text. Now we're going to go on to our foundational skill, which today is sorting letters. Now, sorting letters will help you see their characteristics, and learning letters is going to help you learn to read, because if you open a book, the first thing you're going to see, letters, letters, letters. So let's play our Humpty Dumpty letter sort game. So here are the rules. Humpty is sitting on a wall. Now this wall is very particular. Everything that sits on it can only have lines. It can't look like Humpty at all, because if you notice, Humpty has curves. So if it looks like a Humpty with curves or round edges, it's going to fall off the wall. So we're going to look at some letters and see if they have lines or if they have curves. Do you think you can help me sort? All right, let's do our first one. Ooh, this is tricky because it has lines and curves. It's the letter Q. You see those curves all the way around and then one line through? I think it looks too much like Humpty. Let's try it. Nope, it's gonna fall off the wall. It has a curve. All right, let's try. Only the lines go on top. What letter is this one? That's the letter E. Do you see any curves in the letter E? Any round parts that look like Humpty? No, it has all lines, big lines and 3 little lines. So it's going to get to sit on the wall. Letter E sat on the wall. Letter E, it did not fall. How about this letter? It's the letter D. Now, does it have any curves in it? I see one big line going down. Yes, that is a big curve that makes the D. Looks too much like Humpty. Can't sit on the wall, it's gonna fall. Ooh, boo. Now here's another letter. This is the letter L. Do you see any curves in the letter L? No, it has only lines. Let's put it on top of the wall. Letter L sat on the wall. Letter L, it didn't fall. How about the letter C? Does it have curves like Humpty? Yes, it's pretty rounded, isn't it? It does, so it's not gonna go on the wall. Down, down it goes. We have a few more to go. You ready? See if you recognize this letter. You know, maybe that's your special letter. If your name is Fernando, that's your special letter. It's an F. Does it have curves or does it have lines? Can you help me sort? Oh, I see lines. Big line, and little line. So does it go on the top or on the bottom? On the wall or off the wall? On the wall, that's right. Look at how many letters we have. We have L, E, and F. How about this one? This letter has a really fun sound to make. Zzz, sounds like a bee buzzing. Do you know this letter? Letter Z. Do you see curves or do you see lines? I see lines too on the wall. We'll try a few more before we go to our project place. Let's see. Letter A. Does it have curves or lines? Let's see. Big line, and little line. Only lines. Up on top it goes. Let's try, ooh, this one here at the bottom. This one looks just like Humpty. Looks like a circle too. Do you know this letter? Letter O. You can make an O with your mouth like this. O. What do you think? Is it going to be able to stay on the wall? Things that have curves like Humpty don't stay on the wall. They fall, fall, fall. So I think it's going to fall. So let's review what letters have lines. Let's see. It's an A, F, L, E, and Z. And then the letters here at the bottom, those are the ones with curves. D, Q, C, and O. And D and Q also have a line. So you can practice sorting letters by lines and curves, and it'll help you learn their characteristics. Now, I always like to leave you with a little project that you can do at home that's based in the book that we're reading. Today it's After the Fall, which is all about Humpty Dumpty. So our project is a science experiment that involves Humpty and some eggs. All right, let's go over to the project place and I'll show you what we're going to do. So here we go. Now to do this activity at home, you're going to need to boil some eggs. You don't want to do this with raw eggs because you'll make a big mess. And I'm already getting in trouble for big messes. Don't want to do that. So I have 6 eggs here. And then what I did is I dyed them blue so that you can see if they crack or not, because I have different materials here. And we're going to make some predictions. Now, we might not get to all of them today. Maybe I'll add a few for tomorrow. But we're going to see if I put Humpty in this bag and I drop the bag from up here, will he crack or will he stay intact? That means not crack. Now let's look at our first bag. Our first bag has some rice in it. Now let's look at what rice is like, its characteristics. Now rice is it soft? It's a little bit hard, isn't it? Just like that. If you ever have rice at home, you can feel it. Now it doesn't have spiky things, so what do you predict? If I put Humpty in this bag and drop it, do you think Humpty's gonna crack or not? All right, you at home, give me a thumbs up if you think that he's not gonna crack, and give me a thumbs down if you think he's gonna crack. All right, you ready to test our prediction? That's what scientists do. They observe things with their 5 senses, then they make a prediction or a guess, and then they test it out. All right, here goes our first Humpty. Here goes, I'm gonna drop it. Try to get as little air in there as possible. Now you can drop it from really high. I'm just gonna drop it from here. Ready, set. All right, Humpty, here you go. Ooh, it sounded like a big thud. Let's take a look. No cracks. If you predicted that he was not going to have any cracks, you were correct. All right, let's try another material. I have a few more here. Ooh, how about this material? Do you recognize this? Somewhere in his tool shed, my husband's missing a lot of screws. Now, if you'll notice, screws are hard and they are spiky. So the shell of Humpty is very soft. So I want you to think, when Humpty meets the screw, do you think he's going to crack or not? Give me a thumbs up if you think that he's not going to crack, or thumbs down if he's going to crack. Let's see. Screws now look hard and spiky. Let's put our bag in there. Here goes Humpty. Oh, Humpty, I've been so bad to you. First I crack you open for art, now you're amongst screws. Here we go. Ready, set. Oh, I can already tell. What do you think? Yep, look, cracked. Humpty didn't make it. Oh, and he's blue inside. I'll have to eat him with salt later. Don't tell him. So far, rice, okay. Screws, not so good. Let's try out another material. How about cotton? Let's look inside. Cotton is very soft, isn't it? It almost feels like a pillow. If you have cotton at home, you can go grab it and feel it and see what you think. Do you think that Humpty will withstand a fall if he's kind of has cotton to fall on? What do you think? Make your prediction, because here goes Humpty. Oh, and he's a brown Humpty. See? Humpties come in all kinds of colors, just like people. All right, get your thumbs up, thumbs down ready. Here we go. A little higher. I think I'm going to say my prediction this time. I think he's nice and cushy, and for that reason, I don't think that he's going to crack. Let's see if I'm right. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, he bounced. But did he crack? Nope. Now, why do you think he didn't crack? If you have someone near you, you can talk about it with them later. I think it's because the cotton is very soft and it acted like a pillow and prevented Humpty from cracking. Okay, we have a few more. So now we're going to subject Humpty to some rocks. There we go. This one's going to make a very loud noise. But rocks, if you've ever felt a rock, are they soft or are they hard? Hard, aren't they? Now this rock is not its texture is very smooth. It's not rough. So that might actually help. But what do you think? If I drop Humpty, is it going to crack? Let's try it. Oh, Humpty, let's see. Okay, are you ready? Let's see. Make your prediction. Here we go. It's going to make a noise, okay? So put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to hear it. Go. That was louder than even I thought. Oh, he's very cracked. He didn't survive at all. You can see it here. I'll show you a little bit. Look at him. There's Humpty. Shell coming off. And we have one last one before we review our predictions and see what made the egg crack and what didn't. So right here I have some balloons. If you're going to try this at home, make sure the balloons are not inflated a lot because then they'll pop. So I just inflated or blew up my balloons a little bit. Now what do you think? A balloon is smooth and it's kind of soft, but it does have the potential to pop, doesn't it? Because Humpty might be a little heavy. So if Humpty applies pressure to the balloon, it can go boop and burst. So make your prediction. What do you think? Is Humpty going to crack or not? Here we go. Ooh, Humpty looks just like a balloon in there. Oh, he went right to the bottom. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. He cracked. I think. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Actually, he cracked the most out of all of them. Why do you think that happened? It might be because there weren't enough balloons in here, so it left a space for Humpty to go all the way to the bottom, so he made contact with the table. Okay, let's review what made Humpty crack. So balloons, Humpty cracked, didn't survive. Rocks, cracked. They were too rough on Humpty. Screws, cracked. But softer things like rice and cotton, Humpty is intact. So I hope that you try this experiment at home. Another fun experiment is to do that egg drop experiment where you try to cover your egg in different things and drop it from a really, really high place. You might need a ladder for that one. And then whatever you cover it in will try to protect your egg from cracking. I've given you a few ideas, haven't I? All right, boys and girls, it looks like we're coming to the end of our time together. I'm going to tell you that I hope you come back tomorrow because we have much more fun in store. I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Gerald the giraffe. He's going to dance with us tomorrow. We're going to do the waltz, the cha-cha, and the tango, all with Gerald. And then in our project place, we're going to build a musical instrument that looks like a giraffe so you can dance and cha-cha at home. Does that sound like fun? So I hope that you come back tomorrow. Until then, remember, Miss Laura sent you a big smooch and a big squeeze. Practice being a scientist. Use your 5 senses. read and play, and of course, use your imagination every single day. You're only little once, so stay that way for as long as you can. All right, until next time, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.